Freetrade is a UK investment platform that allows you to buy into stocks and ETFs for free. So they don't have any transaction fees and they don't have any account fees either. The only thing that they do charge for is if you are to buy a US stock, as they sell both UK and US stocks. If you were to buy US stocks, then you do have to pay a conversion fee of 0.45%. The way they make their money is through uninvested cash sat in the app and also through some of their more premium accounts which you have to pay monthly for. So they have three different types of account available. They have firstly a free general investment account. Secondly, they have a stocks and shares ISA available, and this is £3 a month. And lastly, they have a Freetrade Plus, which is their more premium account. And this includes stocks and shares ISA, and also you get an investment account with more features such as different order types, and you also get more stocks available, and this is £9.99 a month. Today I'm going to be talking about the general investment account, the free one, as that is what I have, and I'll take you through my account. We'll do a screen grab on my phone, show you what I've invested in, how the app works, and give you my general thoughts and feelings on it. I did have somebody asking me if I would consider doing a comparison for Freetrade and Trading 212, but I don't have a Trading 212 account. I've never used it and I don't plan to use it, so I didn't think that it would be very fair to do a comparison of them, as I would only have hands-on experience with one of them. Freetrade is FCA authorised and also FSCS protected, and they do have data encryption as well, so it is a legit, safe investment platform to use in the UK. Before we get started and jump into my app, I just want to shout out and say that I have a referral code, or link should I say, should anyone want to open up Freetrade and get a free share. Unfortunately, it's not a code that I can share with everybody, it is an individual link, one for each person. So if you drop me an email from my email in the description below, I will send you a link. So when you open the app, it goes straight onto your portfolio, which you can see here, and you can change at the bottom to see week, a month, or lifetime maximum. And you can see here the moments where it goes sharply upwards are where I've deposited money, and my account balance has obviously shot up. So I started off with around £20, and I obviously put a few £100s in at the beginning of the month. And actually, since I deposited money on the 9th of February, my account balance has pretty much gone downhill, but I'm not particularly worried because I'm planning to hold these for a long time. Before I go into what I've actually invested in, just a disclaimer, obviously this isn't any financial advice, this is just what I'm doing. Do not copy me because it's right, it's probably wrong, but I do have a load of money in Freetrade here. I also have some money in Stake, which I use to invest in US apps. So I only use Freetrade for UK stocks and ETFs because obviously they charge for US anyway. So I use Stake for my US ones, Freetrade for my UK ones, and then I have a Vanguard stocks and shares ISA, which I invest in funds, and the majority of my investing money goes into Vanguard. To be honest, I'm not that confident with the UK economy at the moment. We have suffered a lot since COVID-19 last year. Our economy has really taken a blow, so I'm not expecting great things to happen in a short space of time. I am investing long term, and I have confidence that these investments will pick up in time and my account in general will increase. With that being said, let's just get on with the features of the app. So you can click on the day, week, month, or lifetime tabs at the bottom here to see the history of your investments, and then as you scroll down it comes up with a list of all the investments that you own. As you can see, I have gone for creating my own sort of fund, so I'm just buying a couple of shares in different companies that I'm interested in, basically trying to support the UK economy because I feel a bit guilty just investing in the US market at the moment because theirs is doing a lot better than ours. It's not really going to help our economy if we all invest in companies abroad. So they are all of my investments, and then at the bottom here I've got my watch list, which is what it says on the tin, just stocks that I'm watching, keeping my eye on, and they are all UK ones. There shouldn't be any US ones here. And then if we go back up to the top, if you click on free shares, obviously that is where you can track your free shares if you've got any. I've only had one at the beginning of this year. Also, I would say that it did take them a while to credit this, so they say between 7 and 10 working days, and it got to two weeks or 14 I think it was 14 working days, I'm not sure, but it still hadn't appeared, and I had to email them to get them to put it on. And then it took another 7 to 10 days for that to actually appear. So it took about a month for the free share to actually get sorted, but I got it sorted in the end, so there is that. If we click on the next tab into Insights, this is quite interesting because you can see your performance of your portfolio over time. So it automatically goes to the last month. So in the corner it says 1M, that's 1 month. So in the last month my account has gone down by 1.55%, which I am okay with. And this is quite a little interesting chart at the bottom here. It shows you your investments, which is the red line, in comparison to the FTSE All World ETF. And again, if you click your finger and drag it over, you can see the comparison. So mine's actually doing a lot better than that ETF at this point in time. If I change that at the top to maximum, which was the lifetime of my account since I opened it, then you can see I've actually made 5.93% of growth, which I'm really happy with considering coronavirus and the state of the UK economy at the moment. Yeah, at one point I was down 20%, so I'm definitely happy that I'm now showing as plus 5.9. Scrolling down again then, we've got my portfolio breakdown, and it shows you the type. I'm investing all my money into stocks. The cash there is just dividend cash that I haven't invested yet. Sector, I'm quite pleased with this little pie chart because it's showing that my money is quite well spread, and that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to invest in one particular area. Trying to diversify my portfolio, so I'm happy with that. If we click on the Discover app, then it is like the window shopping browsing bit where you can find different shares to buy. Obviously you can search in the search bar, and you can also browse different sections. So newly added, you can scroll along and see that. And you can also search by sector, which I think is really interesting. So if you're interested in energy companies, you can do that. And it will show you all of the energy companies that they have on Freetrade. I do get a little bit frustrated because, like I said, I only invest in UK companies, and a lot of the companies they have on here are American, which is fair enough, but there's not really a way to filter out UK companies if that's what you're looking for, or vice versa if you wanted to buy into US. So they have lots of different sectors here that you can choose from. And I like this, they have green energy. They're quite focused on green shares at Freetrade, which I really, really like. And you can click on see all and it will come up with a list of all green companies. And then popular stocks, popular ETFs, tech titans, all the really popular stuff they have on this main page, which I think is really good. So if we click on one Microsoft, let's say as an example, as the normal homepage bit, you can see 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year and the lifetime, but the lifetime isn't the lifetime of the share, the lifetime is the lifetime of the time that it's been on Freetrade. So this has obviously been put on in 2016. If it's only been put on recently, then the lifetime will be the same as like the month, say for example. So if we scroll down, this is all we get to see for each share on Freetrade. So the one thing I would say about Freetrade negatively is that there isn't a lot of information for each of the individual shares and ETFs. But saying that, remembering that it is a free app and you are getting a service for free. If you're like me, just buying into UK shares, then you don't have to pay anything to use this service. So when you think about it like that, I think actually it's pretty reasonable what you're getting. It just means that you have to do your research outside of the app, and then once you've decided what to buy, you then come back into Freetrade to purchase it. So that is the Discovery tab. If you click on Activity, then it shows you your history. So I got a free share which turned out to be Dropbox. And these ones that have a green symbol on the left are dividends, so it's easy to see. I got a £1 dividend from Tesco, and if you scroll down it will show you all the ones that you've bought, and your dividends will be in there as well. So that's that tab, pretty self-explanatory as well. And then lastly on the Account tab, it is your account stuff, so I can't show you a huge amount of this because obviously it's personal details, but I've got £3.22 in my account from dividends and leftover money from purchasing. And to top up, they do have Apple Pay, which I usually use, to be honest with you, because it's immediate, it's deposited into your account straight away. I think bank transfers are pretty quick as well, but from my experience, Apple Pay is a little bit faster. So unsettled cash is money that you've sold that hasn't gone through yet, and reserved cash is money that you've bought shares with and that hasn't settled yet. So it also shows if your money's in limbo, you can still see how much you've got. That's pretty much it when it comes to Freetrade. There's really not a lot to show. Let's try and do an example of buying one. Let's go down to my watch list, Shell. Let's say we're going to buy one. So if you click on order type here, you can see that if you have the plus version, which is the £9.99 a month account, then you get limit orders, which is where you get to set parameters for your order. So say you don't want to pay more than this amount, or you want to wait until the share drops to a certain price and then you want to buy it, then you can set that up and it will do it automatically for you. But if you just have the bog standard free account, then all you can do is a basic order, and it says here placed tomorrow from 10 will buy at the best available price. So you basically just put in the maximum amount of money that you want to spend on that company. So if I didn't want to invest any more than £10 on this company, then I'll just put in 10. As it happens, that share price is 14.88, so you're not going to get any. So you could put in, say, 15 and it will come up with 1. I wonder if I choose a smaller one, it will show me fractional shares. Let's try Morrison's. Oh yeah, that's another thing to mention. Maximum investments transaction price must be £2, so you can't buy or sell a transaction that is less than £2. I'm sure there is a way that you can buy fractionals. It says on the website you can, and I know I've done it before, but I can never remember how to do it. But somewhere there is an option where you can buy fractional shares. I never bother, I like having them all as whole numbers, so I don't use that, but it is there. If any of you figure it out, please do leave me a comment so I can try and remember how to do it next time. So that is Freetrade overall. There is really not a lot to it. I do think it's a really good app. My general review is that I would recommend it to people, especially people who are just getting started investing in the stock market. I don't think they have a huge amount of choice when it comes to the stocks available. They have the main ones, and I'm investing in the UK stocks and shares, so I'm pretty happy with the choice that is there. If I was investing in US stocks on Freetrade, I think they are a little bit limited there. There's a lot more US stocks on stake. Check out my review on that if you want to have a look into that. But generally, yeah, I think Freetrade is really good. There was one person that reviewed it saying that it was a bit too simple and it was a bit game-like, and that it's so bright and colourful and easy to use that it does make investing seem like it takes away the risk out of it, and I do sort of agree with that. When I invested, I think I put in about £200 last time to invest with. I was a bit like a kid in a candy shop, adding all these things to my queued orders and going through and buying all of these things. And it is a little bit addictive, so you do have to watch out and remember that this is real money that you are investing in, and do think about what you're doing and what your plan is, long term, short term, whatever it is you're planning to do and what you're investing into. That's it for today. Please give me a like and a comment and let me know what you think.